Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. And I'm going to open this box from Star Action Figures, which I'm thinking is, or hoping it's Wave 43. Talk about that in a minute. And also, after that, I might have to spend a bit of time sorting out these new shelves here. As you can see, the Death Elves have gone, because I went to a charity shop a week ago and I got loads of floating shelves, which are not white like these. These came from Rinket on eBay. These were just from a charity shop, and they're kind of cream coloured, which matches the magnolia paint job I've got on all the walls here, which is nice really. It's just a separate little thing, but you know, it's kind of like a lovely area for extension and expansion, you know what I mean? I put the Death Elves somewhere else. Actually, they're out on the landing, actually. They look quite nice on the landing. Get the helmets out of here. Keep this place strictly 3 3/4 inch figures and vehicles. So, I'm going to do that next. But for now, I think I doth need to open this. The classic, patented Star Action Figures green bubble. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Let's have a little look. Yeah, Andor, brilliant. This is the first figures from Andor I've received, but I'm a bit nervous about this wave because I only have, right, one of the Incinerator Trooper. I've looked through all my orders and I can't believe I've let that happen, because I do want to keep one carded and one to have loose, obviously. I'm a loose and carded collector, which can be sometimes a bit of a pain in the ass when you obviously have to buy two of stuff, or maybe even more. You know, if you're going for good quality, multiple sources mean multiple chances of getting something mint. But usually the people I buy from, Star Action Figures, it's In Demand Toys, Hasbro Pulse UK, you get stuff pretty good quality. But still, what have we got here then? So this is my first look at the Klatooinian Raider. I'll give you another closer look at the figures again in a minute. I'm just going to get them out and just give you a first reaction. For now, I do have this figure loose, thanks to my friend Lau. He must have given me the one that came with the ATST. So that's very kind of you, Lau, man. And then oh, look at this. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker. He could destroy us. Look at that. Look at that cape as well. Black. Black as this outfit is here, and I was always wrong about that. I thought his outfit, his cloak was black in the Return of the Jedi. It wasn't. It was just very dark in the palace. But don't forget, that robe he had on, he flung it off when he was in the Rancor pit, and I don't remember him walking out of there with it. So his replacement was jet black, as you saw in The Mandalorian. Oh wow, look at that. I do like that card back combo. That's great, that. Love it, and that figure is epic. I do have two of him coming, including this one, so that's good. I'll have to wait for the other one to open, or put them together and combine the, you know, when you put stuff together, compare which is the best quality, which can be a bit of a nightmare job in itself. You know, you can be sat there for ages trying to figure out what's the best. Like that card back. Here it is. I mean, the thing is, I've got a rapidly growing Mandalorian shelf, so I do want this fella loose. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe more will come out, says a few friends of mine I've asked. So that would be really good. I mean, come on. Why can't we get this stuff in abundance, man? This is the stuff that people really want to get, and you can never get hold of it, man. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Artillery Stormtrooper. Nice. And this is VC. I'll show you the numbers again in a minute. As I say, I'm just whipping them all out. Another Jedi Survivor card back, which is pretty cool, man. That's the... I believe this is the 5th card back for Jedi Survivor. We've had a Scout Trooper. We've had a heavy-duty Stormtrooper. We've had him. We've had the... what the hell is he called now? This fella. Him. Oh yes, the K2 droid. So that's the 5th. That's good though. That's a good set. So now you've got 5 Jedi Survivor cards. And we only have one Book of Boba Fett as we stand. It's crazy. Bruh. And we only have one... this really gets my goat. If you're new to my channel, we only have one for Force Unleashed. And they could have and should have given you the reissue of Starkiller on a Force Unleashed card. In my opinion, I don't know if you agree with that or not. But that's the situation. Oh, and there's another card in here. Sorry, Vel. There's Vel Sartha there. You see, this is the problem I've got with this. We only have 2 so far for Andor, which is really bad. Losing the battle to 6-inch, and you know, look at this situation. We've got vehicles and world building to be done. So it's not balanced, is it, man? It's really bad.
Bruh.
The fact that we're not getting a good quota on figures, man. We could be flushing this line out with loads of good stuff. So we just have to be patient, really, and wait and see what the situation is, but still. Right, that's a uncut reaction of all these cards. I'm just going to put the camera down a little bit and line them up, and then we'll have a closer look. And I might put them into numerical order. Let's do it. And there we are. There they all are in numerical order. Let's have a look at them. And in we go with VC61. Just to give you another closer look at these. In natural light. And it's of course Andor. It's a nice card back that. That's the best, I think, of the bunch. I like that shot of him. And it's a lovely attire they've gone with. I mean, there were two really good figures for the 6-inch line. And this was the one that was the best of the two of them. I think it was only in a special, was it an SDCC set or something like that? Don't quote me on that. It seemed to be just on a special pack. It wasn't like the main release. It was just a subsequent one or something. I don't know. But anyway, at least our main one is like that, because that's how I want him to look. He just looked awesome in that. I loved Andor. And then Val, of course. Great. So I'm going to have to wait before I can do quick shots of these two. And then I'm going to panic if I'm going to do a quick shot at all. Opening of the artillery trooper. Very nervous about that. What the hell I was doing, not what we were doing too. Madness, anyway. And then here he is, speaking of the devil, the artillery trooper. I like that card back. A lot of people criticised that location, saying it was like a fan film, just going up to the Hollywood Hills and filming there, but no, I like that. Could be anywhere, man. And there's the, look at that. Brilliant. Each stormtrooper comes with one of them on the, just above his, just on the waist, I guess, isn't it, on the back. And there's this. Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser, or Luke Skywalker The Rescue. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Wow, let's have a look at that face there. Have they tried to be clever with that? I think they have. I wouldn't be surprised if they have done a little bit of Hasbro / TVC manipulation and put that Luke in there. Because he's very silhouetted in the show, isn't he? And he looks just like that, but you don't really see any of his face in the show, do you? Until he puts the saber down and lifts his robe. But then we've got the figure looks good. So all your customs, of which I've got one down here, I used to use this figure here, this 5 POA Luke, as a custom Luke from Mandalorian, and I put the robe from Darth Malgus on it. I do have a video on that if you want to see it. It's a figure hack. It's probably the first one I ever did, but it was never accurate because although he's got the belt buckle, this figure, the top of him is the same as Luke is in the Endor capture / throne room battle, if you want to call it that, as opposed to this guy. He's got the traditional robes back and he's got the belt buckle back there. So that's a unique Luke in itself. It's great carded though. It's very nice. So, can't argue with that. Although Daniel Chart, right, was saying he wanted this card back to be of Luke with the hood up.
Bruh.
But then again, you could argue that the face, well, it wasn't even really deep fake, was it? They did that a bit later with the Book of Boba Fett. It was more like a mashup of like what they did for Tarkin, but not as good. And the face wasn't so great really for Luke. And here we are now with Cal Kestis, and of course with Cal Kestis and Jedi Survivor. I'm going to move this over here so the light's beaming on it a bit more. Sorry, let me get the focus right. I need to watch the Jedi Survivor cutscenes because I ain't got the game systems to play these things, but I wouldn't mind learning about what's what because he seems pretty cool. I did see the introduction, I think, for Fallen Order, and that seemed pretty cool. I think he was in a scrapyard with some kind of droid thing, I think, or maybe it was an alien dude, a big guy. But that seemed all really good, and I never got around to finishing it. Look at that droid. Wow. Brilliant. And then finally, 266. I think the backs of these are all the same. 266, the Klatooian Raider, and I can show you him very quickly loose as well since I have him. Yeah, these are great. You can't beat Klatooians, can you, really? They're very similar to what you've got with all those other species that are mainly portrayed as bad guys, man, villains, pirates and such like. You know, you've got your Weequays, your Niktos, your Klatooians. Yeah, I inaccurately put him on my Jabba shelf, the Klatooian dude. Here he is there. And that was a gift to me from a guy, a Patreon, a loyal follower and friend of the channel, Lau. So thanks for that, Lau. That's awesome. So there you go. There they all are. That's wave 43, and I need to get my ass in gear and look in for another artillery stormtrooper, man. I'm sure there must be some coming out. Come on, Hasbro, if anyone's got any information, let me know. Or what's going on in the UK with the quota of allocation of figures and stuff seems to be a bit dire. So everything seems to be selling out in seconds, man. It's crap. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.